Beginning of a long conversation to explore and articulate new ways of thinking and working that are inspirational and engaging, challenging and involving, participatory and revelatory, informative and informal.
So we've come into this with a spirit of adventure somewhat and wanting some excitement, so we want you all to feel that that's what you can bring to this together. So we started the day with a kind of blank canvas. You've got people doing things, you might have seen bits of things. So I'll start with Shane Waltner. Shane's in the building, outside, he's weaving. He's with a group of people. He started last night by making a thread through the building, which actually you can follow very visibly from here right through to the parade ground.
Right, so my name's Shane Waltner. I'm a sculptor, sort of a maker. And the piece I'm doing here today is sort of a bobbin lace piece. It's a site-specific installation, and I'm using the building to draw lines from, so it works a little bit like a loom. And then we're drawing all this yarn to the green over there, and doing the lace work on the green itself. So the patch of grass is is like a pin cushion for the floor.
We've got a session this morning which will be in here. We've got a series of provocations, 4 provocations which will be performed for you. Provocations which come from 4 anonymous authors.
As cultural practitioners, we work within crafts across cultures, intrigued by difference, aware of hierarchies, frustrated by ignorance, and challenged by the realities of making to live rather than making to please.
We've got a third ongoing project, which is Claire Pullman. She's in the boot room. It's not normally the boot room, it's normally a studio. And Claire has devised a series of walks around the area, and she's actually based in the boot room from lunchtime today. And she's sort of gone through some experiences for herself of walking the area.
Well, the Walks project is called Dull Memory, and I am sort of interested in how repairing a hole in something is a little bit like how memories work. You probably embellish them a bit and change them a little bit when you tell them to somebody else, and really changes over time too, because you fit it into the context of different things.
One of the things that I find particularly important is this idea of time. So in material science, it's a snapshot. It's what is it like now, thank you very much, and we move on. But actually, in the experience of making things and in the world, what something was like 2 days ago is not necessarily what it was like today.
Emotional attachment, of course, memories of people who made things when they were children and handled them.
We talked about kind of like impulse buying, and we also kind of like semi-embraced that as well.
colour seemed to be one of the things that was the material quality of things. So colour was the thing that we all responded to.
I thought it was fascinating, though, when creative people are asked to reflect on creativity, that it brings out the unreasonable in all of us. That was deliberate, I guess, this morning, and I enjoyed responding inwardly to the things that were said as provocation. So I thought that worked pretty well.
Maybe instead of making badges, we made placards. We could have done creative placards.
What happens when you actually see things through their potential, through their positive potential? Because that's, I think, what we actually got from that session. And that's why we loved it.